Hello everyone. Today we are going to learn about this lupus erythematosus. So what does this mean? So let us break this. So lupus means wolf like. You can see it means wolf like, while erythematosus means redness of the skin. So it means redness of the skin. So this lupus erythematosus simply means wolf like redness of the skin. So you can see in this picture, this butterfly shaped redness of the skin is seen over the face of this wolf. So the same kind of lesion is seen in the patient who is suffering from this lupus erythematosus. So next, moving forward to what is this lupus erythematosus in detail. So it is nothing but immunological mediated condition which is occurring in two basic forms according to the etiology, that is systemic lupus erythematosus and the discoid lupus erythematosus. Systemic lupus erythematosus is also called as chronic lupus erythematosus, and the discoid is also called as acute lupus erythematosus. So this is alternative name. Now let us see what is the etiology of this lupus erythematosus. So it can be due to genetic predisposition and also can be due to deposition of AgAb complexes into the lesion. So next, moving forward to systemic lupus erythematosus. So what it is? Let us break this. So what does this systemic means? So it will involve whole system of the body, or the multiple system of the body will going to involve in this lupus erythematosus. And lupus means wolf like, while erythematosus means redness of the skin. So this systemic lupus erythematosus simply means systemic wolf like redness of the skin. So now let us see what is systemic lupus erythematosus. So it is a serious multisystemic disorder with a variety of cutaneous and oral manifestations. So here multisystem will going to involve, and also it can involve cutaneous lesions, and also oral manifestations can also be seen. So this systemic lupus erythematosus is manifested by repeated remission and the exacerbation of diagnosis in early stages. So here repeated remissions and exacerbation is seen during the early stages. Here the female will going to be more involved as compared to males, and it is usually seen in third decade of life. Now let us see clinical features of this systemic lupus erythematosus. So there will be fever, weight loss, arthritis, fatigue and general malaise, and there also rashes or erythematous patches is seen, which is usually in a butterfly shaped pattern. 40 to 50% of the patient who is affected with this systemic lupus erythematosus will going to show this butterfly shaped erythematous rashes or patches, and it can be seen over the malar area or the nose. So this butterfly shaped pattern is again a MCQ question, is that where this butterfly shaped patches or rashes is seen. So it is seen in systemic lupus erythematosus. Here there will be itching, burning sensation or hyperpigmentation of the lesion is seen. Lesion is aggravated on the sun exposure, and involvement of the various organs like kidney or heart can also be involved. So here as you can see, these all are the wolf like patches seen over the malar area, and this is the typical picture of this lupus erythematosus. So here the erythema, surface ulceration, keratotic plaques and the white striae or the papules is usually seen. So the lesions are frequently symptomatic, especially if the patient ingests hot or spicy food, as the lesion is present into the oral cavity. So whenever we take a hot or spicy food, it will going to stimulate them and leading to pain or the burning sensation. So usually these lesions into the oral cavity is symptomatic. So here also xerostomia can be seen, and dysgeusia is seen, that is the altered taste, means the patient will not have a proper feeling of taste of the food. Candidiasis can also occur, and periodontal diseases can also be associated, and also stomatodynia can also be seen. These all are the oral manifestations of this systemic lupus erythematosus. Now you can see in this clinical picture, it is involving over the gingiva, over the buccal mucosa, and you can see over the palate. So these are the different area where this kind of lesion can involve, and these are usually ulcerative, so it will going to cause pain, burning sensation and etc. So now let us see discoid lupus erythematosus. So what it is? So let us break this. So what does this mean, discoid? Discoid means disc-like. So discoid means disc-like, and lupus means wolf-like. Erythematosus means erythema of the skin or the redness of the skin. So it is nothing but a disc-like, wolf-like redness of the skin. So you can see it is look like a disc-like, and it is also called as chronic lupus erythematosus. You have to remember, it is again a MCQ question. So now let us see what it is. So this discoid lupus erythematosus is chronic in condition usually, where the scarring is usually seen. It is a atrophy producing lesion, and here also photosensitive dermatitis is seen. So these all are the different clinical features of this discoid lupus erythematosus. Now let us see etiology. So here again genetic play a very important role. Autoimmune diseases can also lead to this discoid lupus erythematosus. Stress or the UV exposure can also lead to this. Now let us see clinical feature of it. So age, it is usually occur between the 3rd to 4th decades of life. So when we talk about gender, female predilection is seen. Site, usually skin is involved. So the common sites usually is face, scalp, oral mucous membrane, chest and back. You can see here the lesion is seen over the back, here the lesion is seen over the face, here the lesion is seen over the scalp. So these are the different sites for this discoid lupus erythematosus. Now let us see how it appears. So appearance of typical cutaneous lesion is, it is covered by a grey or yellow adherent scale. So here grey or yellow adherent scale over the lesion is seen. Slightly elevated disc or coin shaped. So it is slightly elevated from the surface, and it is usually look like a disc or coin shaped. Red, purple macules or papules is usually seen. Hyperpigmented margin is seen. You can see the margin is little hyperpigmented, and the lesion is slightly elevated or discoid or coin shaped. So this is the clinical presentation of skin lesion. So now let us see what is carpet tact and tin tact appearance. So here you can see carpet tact or the tin tact has formed over the area. Here what will happen, when we will try to elevate those lesion with the help of instruments, so it get elevated. So this is what we call carpet tact or tin tact appearance. So here follicular involvement is a characteristic feature. So here what will happen, keratotic plugs accumulates in dilated follicles that soon become devoid of hair. So this is again an MCQ question where this carpet tact or the tin tact appearance is seen. So the answer is discoid lupus erythematosus. So now let us see histopathological features of lupus erythematosus. It is for both discoid lupus erythematosus and the systemic lupus erythematosus. So when we talk about the skin lesions, the hyperkeratosis is seen, follicular plugging is seen, degeneration of basal cell layer is seen, patchy to dense aggregates of chronic inflammatory cells is seen, often arranged in perivascularly, and thickened basement membrane is usually seen. So these are the histological features of skin lesion. Now let us see what are the histopathological features of oral lesion. So when we talk about oral lesions, there is also hyperkeratosis is present, alternating atrophy and thickening of the spinous cell layer is seen, degeneration of basal cell layer is seen, subepithelial lymphocyte infiltration is again seen here also. So in this histological picture you can see there is a hyperkeratosis of the epithelium is seen. Here dense inflammatory infiltrate seen into the connective tissue. Here the degeneration of basal cell layer is seen. So these are the different histological features. So now next moving forward to immunofluorescence findings. So now let's see direct immunofluorescence finding. So here deposition of various immunoglobulins such as IgG, M and A is seen, and also fibrinogen and C3 in a granular band involving the basement membrane zone is seen. So if this basement membrane zone show the presence of these kind of immunoglobulins and fibrinogen and C3, so it will called as positive lupus band test. Now let us see laboratory diagnosis. So we can do ANA test. If this ANA test will be positive, that show autoantibodies are present against the normal tissue. Anti-DNA antibody test can also be done. ELISAL test can also be done. Renal function test can also be done. And here increased ESR can also be seen. So now let us see ELISAL test. So this LE cells will going to be present in lupus erythematosus. So you have to remember this, LE cells are present in lupus erythematosus. It is again a MCQ question. So what is LE cells? These are rosette of polymorphonuclear cells surrounding the nuclear mass of lymphocyte, as you can see in this picture. So here with this we have come to an end of this lecture. Today we have seen lupus erythematosus and their types in detail, that is about systemic lupus erythematosus and discoid lupus erythematosus.